Hello and welcome back. Hopefully the recording does better this time. I went ahead and checked the sound settings, checked to see if you could hear everything, and it seemed like you could, but I thought that was the case last time. Let's hope this time it continues being alright. So I'm going to make this a belated Halloween sort of episode. I'm going to talk about some experiences I've had throughout my life, as well as what I feel ghosts are and all that, because spooky Halloween, while playing a little bit more of the Darkest Descent, because I kind of enjoyed this game, and I've left it to be played while talking to anyone who decides to watch the video. As what happened last time, these guys right here, I have dismissed at the moment because they are just way too high. This guy can still be used, but as you can see, I want him to rest because I am worried about his about his safety. So I think I'm gonna try a 3-man team. However silly and that might come off, I don't know if these guys do. Bloodletting, he can be placed back here. So number 3, and this person can be placed in any of these. It doesn't look like I have any healers, so when I embark, I better make sure I am ready. Yes, oh my lord, the healing, the food just went out fast. It just went out really fast. Debuff stone. That is literally just a notification. What's this? It's just a menu. Alright, let's embark. First and foremost, I do believe in ghosts, but I don't believe them in the same way that some may, and I don't want you in here, so I want you out of the party. But I don't believe them in the same way that I know a lot of people believe them. I believe they exist. I believe there are ghosts, but I don't believe they are people. Being a biblical man as I am, I believe all people go to one of two places when they pass away. That's just how I am. That's how I feel about it. I do full-heartedly believe. I'm gonna do the same mission? Yeah, but okay. Provisions. No, I want to get provisions. Okay. Let's see. I believe that ghosts are other things that aren't people, be it whether they are demons, angels, or some other spiritual entity that we are fully and totally unaware. Apparently I can only have 12 rations. I'm gonna have a couple of these because that was happening more than I would like to. Man, I'm gonna have to have more of these than I thought I would originally. Be it fairies or gnomes or goblins or what have you. I just take a couple of these and a couple of these, then it leaves it up so much. This time, I believe I'm far better prepared. So I believe that ghosts are demons and other sort of entities, spiritual entities that we don't know about, because I believe we go of one of two places when we die, either to heaven or to hell.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar.
I'm sorry that I'm going through a place again that I've already done. Ooh, wow. But it is different. And is this new? I have no idea what Ash is. Our trap. Oh my goodness, man. I'm already doing terrible. I don't know what I just did. So yeah, I believe that that's what they are. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright.
Masterfully executed.
Come on, I can do this. I believe in the power of my team. My undermanned team.
Reeling. About to break.
Oh! Daggum, son.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh, that's a... I can do this. Oh, that's a self-inflicted thing right there. Okay, so once again, don't believe ghosts are humans. Scripturally speaking, Christ says to the guy on the cross that you will be with me today in paradise. So genuinely, let's see if this one has a different. Alright, oh man, this is getting me distracted because I'm just sitting here trying to think about what I can do. Ah, he resisted it this time, okay. Let me attack him again. And, oh, don't attack the guy in the back. Don't attack the guy in the back. Okay, that was somewhat okay. So, when I think of things like ghosts and spirits and the like, that's what I tend to think of. Now, I've had a lot of experiences throughout my life, and to varying degrees. One of the biggest ones, the most terrifying ones I've ever had, I'm going to try and save to the last, but one of the ones that remains in my memory, kind of go together, is I once got a ornament for Christmas, and it was a Homer Simpson ornament, and he went dope, and I thought this thing was so cool. I thought this thing was so awesome, because it was this actual, oh man, Juster. Is that death's door until I don't want to die here. I don't want you to die here. And I thought the thing was so cool. I actually kept it at my bedside. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. I can't act. I cannot act because I keep having to switch them back around. But I used to keep the thing at my bedside table, and it was, again, it was just so cool. And I really did love the thing. I thought it was awesome. And one night I'm just laying there, and all of a sudden it starts going dope, 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 dope. And I'm just sitting there like, what the heck is going on? And I come to a realization, you know, it's just going off. So I think maybe it's pressing a button down or something of that nature. And so I go check, you know, no buttons being pressed down, nothing like that. And when I lay back down, about 10 minutes go by, and it starts going dope, 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 over and over again. And I'm just like, what in the world is going on? I think I am going to have to leave. That's what I think I'm going to have to do. Nope, I want to leave, go back to this room. I'll have to, it's like I'm going forward again. I don't think I was prepared. I don't think I was prepared one bit. Is there a... Can I not? Can I not just leave? Oh, abandoned quest up here. And start going off again. Don't,
so that we may
don't,
learn to pick
don't,
ourselves up
don't.
once again.
And so I just picked that thing up. I went into the other room and I said, and I told my parents, I was like, no, this thing is just going off like crazy, and it kind of scares me a little bit. And there's another day where I'm laying there in bed and I'm just kind of bored, unable to sleep. I had a real problem sleeping.
The walls between the sane world and that unplumbed dimension of delirium are tenuously thin
ticking,
here.
Like, I hope you can hear that on the thing, but I started just like that on my bedpost, and I tell you, 1-2 minutes go by after I do that, and all of a sudden on my bedpost I hear. I'm just like, what? It's like, you've got to be kidding me. It's like, you've got to be joking with me right now. That is insane. Oh, spooked me to no end. Upgrade.
Make no mistake. We will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
I don't have anything as I didn't finish that quest. That would be useful in that. So I'm just sitting here in that over and over again, and I'm just like, okay, you can stop. You can stop now. You've proved your point. I was, oh my goodness.
Blast once again.
It was.
The forge stands ready to make weapons.
It was spooky.
War.
I'm gonna go ahead and up here. I'm gonna see what I can do. Nothing. I can't do anything yet. I think I can't do anything on either of those yet. I can unlock you. That's fine. That is nifty. Maybe you are a healer. You. So you are also kind of a healer. So let's see if there's anything else I can buff target. And I'm gonna move you away. And what about Cavalier? Cavalier, my main front dude. What is there? I'm gonna upgrade you. Now. Tavern. You're now here. Alright, let's see. Stagecoach. Is there anyone that I can recruit? Let's look. So you're like this. Okay. Let's see what you can do. You're a healer. You are a self-healer. And then you are just this guy, but a different name. Yeah, you're just that guy, but with a different name. There's camping in this game. I kind of figured there is. I don't have any of you. So I wouldn't lie.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
Alright. Go ahead, embark. And I want... Wait, where are you good at? You're good right there. So I need somebody who can be good at the back as well. Or I need to replace you with somebody else. Maybe I can have you guys like this. You guys have... Okay. I don't want to do you yet. I want to do you though. Looks like you resell your supplies to the guy, so you gotta be careful. And I think I might have. Okay, yeah, I made a slight boo-boo. Just in case of bleeding, I'll go ahead and get that. Okay. So another thing is me and my brothers and sisters would oftentimes go by themselves when I was still in school and go ghost hunting in cemeteries and stuff like that, and explore abandoned buildings.
Pace
And
out the halls of
I
your
always wanted to join
lineage
them, so
once
one day they were
familiar.
going to do it on a day when I
Now,
was
foreign.
actually available to do it. And so I went with them, went to different places. They had me stand out and about play at different places, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too spooky, to be honest with you. And trap, of course.
Curious is the trap maker's art, his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
And we got back, and we walked through the door. And oh lordy, okay, so I don't know what curio means. Let's go this way. Oh, it's
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
So and I walk into the bed and the front room, and above my bedroom door there is an orb floating. And okay, there we go. I didn't know what was going on. And there's just an orb, blue orb of light floating there. Is emitting no shadow or anything, and it is just floating there. I'm just looking at it, and for about 2 minutes, I'm just sitting there looking at this orb floating above, and I called out to my brother Robbie, and I turned around, and I said, Robbie, there's an orb floating above the door, and then the orb was just gone. I want to equip you. And he looked at me. And he told me, I've seen that orb before. And he had seen that orb in the past, floating around the house. And so one of these people are a scout, I guess, of some sort. And my dad said he had seen the exact same orb. Alright, I need to light a torch or two. Torches are very useful in this game. I didn't realize that at first. And the next room will be a battle. There will be a battle here. There will be a battle in the next room. Oh, come on. Don't take the first turn. That's not even fair. Oh, come on.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Both of those. So if you attack the one in the front, it attacks both of them. I'll have to remember that for the future. Don't. Come on. Same with both of these. There. So. Heal.
Compassion is a rarity in the
And my dad has seen the orb as well. One day, another day, I'm sitting there getting a drink of water at the sink, and it's about 2:33 a.m. somewhere around there. My brother and father in the other room, and I look out the window, and I see a figure behind me walking in the kitchen. And it's not just like, oh look, there's a figure, you know. It's nothing like. How do I explain it? It's not like a reflection on the window. Right, you can see a reflection on the window, and if it's a reflection on the window, it will cover up your own image, and you'll see yourself covered by this image, but it actually was passing behind me I interrupted the image that was there, so it was passing behind me, and I'm just like, huh. There have been times when I'll be sitting on my bed or something of that nature, and something will sit on the edge. Like, there'll be something that sits on the edge, and you can feel the bed kind of indent down. And yeah, something is sitting there. You can feel something sitting there, as if it's on your bed. My sister's felt it. Everyone in our family has had a time that's been the case, where there's something that's sitting on your bed. My sister has watched things slide on her dresser. I've come into things being in different positions. Just the other day, my mom in the kitchen, my mom hears in the kitchen the radio turn on by itself. And things like this are just so common. Oh, torch. And things like that just keep happening. Where you see things walk behind you, feel something coming up behind you, as if something is about to attack you. Heck, one day I was telling ghost stories at camp while I was helping out at camp, and while I'm sitting there telling ghost stories, my brother at home hears something scream into his ear. As clear as day, something just screamed into his ear. And he has no way of knowing what it was, or just screams into his ear. Now, did that heal? Did that creature heal? I wasn't paying attention. I should have been paying attention. And like I said, I don't think... Oh, that moves him to the... Oh, that's cool. It will move a stunned enemy to the front. That's nifty. Oh, miss, yes. Heal the party. Nauseous, and this doesn't do enough damage by itself to actually...
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And I think I'm gonna win this.
A death by inches.
Alright. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a trap. I don't know how to deal with traps. I will definitely, happily take this torch. This is getting dark. So I can take that torch. And... Oh, he can disarm traps. Okay. That? Return to Hamlet. And there you have it. Now I did want to say one of the best stories last. There's more stories in this that I can tell. This one I think one of the best stories. and I did want to save it for last. Me and my father in the firm, and we start hearing something as if something is talking, and we don't know what is going on. We don't have a clue as to what's going on. It sounds like it's going between us, and between us there's a couch. We feared something
I was lord of this place
underneath the couch.
before the crows and rats made it their domain.
So we look at each other. I say, okay, Father, I'll lift up the couch. You look to see what is underneath this couch. And so he goes, grabs something. It's a doll, and we understand. We can hear it saying, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe," over and over and over again. And the couch was resting right on its chest. And then when we get it out, when we get it up there, it says as clear as day, "I couldn't breathe." And me and my father look at each other like, what the heck is going on? What is this? And we just toss dolls. My sister's kids doll. We don't want to just throw away their doll, but we are freaking out because this thing is just a talking doll. It's sitting there. It says as clear as day, "I couldn't breathe." And it's just like, oh my goodness, it just, our blood ran cold. Again, I don't think ghosts are human beings. I don't think it's human beings. It's something spiritual that we don't know, and I think it's best to avoid such things. Scripturally speaking, even you're supposed to avoid such things. Even when we went ghost hunting and all this other stuff, we never antagonized, we never did seances, we never did anything like that, because you do not want to invite an evil spirit into your house. When you do stuff like this, you've got to be in prayer, you've got to be in consistent prayer, and understand, and full understanding of the grace of Christ. You have to understand that these are things you yourself cannot hope to do anything against. It's not through you, and you've just got to be careful. It's something odd that I think the Protestant church isn't as into it's just not as into exorcisms and stuff of that nature, because of how real the spiritual world is. And the spiritual world is very real. These things happen, they exist, and it's something that we ought to be aware of, and we ought to be cautious against. And too often do I feel as if we aren't as cautious as we ought to be. Too often do I feel like we are just too haphazard about these instances. Again,
curious methodologies and apparatus.
I hope you guys had a wonderful Halloween yesterday. Understand when you talk about the celebration of certain holidays to understand a reason behind a celebration. Halloween, I don't think, is innately evil, as some Christians would suppose. I believe that there are dangers that can sometimes be associated with it when people are not careful and show levels of discontent. I feel like it's a great holiday for people to understand that the spiritual world exists, understand that there are things that we ought to be cautious about in the spiritual world, and I think it's a great way to recognize that, and for kids to dress up and just go around like trick-or-treating and just playing with their friends in dressed up costumes that they don't get to do very often. So just understand that the spiritual world exists, that's there, it's something we ought to be cautious about, and if ever we find ourselves in face-to-face with anything like a demon, to remember the necessity of Christ and to always turn to Christ. Obviously, there's a lot of study that's gone behind it that I've not personally done, and I've heard some people talk on it, but it's not something I'm necessarily an expert on, but it is something that we need to be aware of and to be careful of, and I think Halloween's a good way to recognize and understand this sort of world exists, and we need to be cautious. Hope you all have a wonderful day. I enjoyed playing this game again. I'm sorry that I just ran that same dungeon again. I'm just trying to learn it. Anyways, God bless and hope you all have a wonderful day.